Hello YouTubers, greetings from the Northern Pipe Shed. Well, it's been a bit of a windy day today. In fact, that's the understatement of the year. The back of the house looks onto, backs onto a disused churchyard, an old one. It's great because it looks nice. You can walk around it. There's a few headstones left, loads of trees in there. It's really nice. And it sort of extends the garden out without having to actually do the garden. The biggest tree in the churchyard, which is about 30 metres from me, has blown down. It's quite interesting to see it. Actually, I might go out with my camera tomorrow. About 7 foot up. I mean, you're looking, this is an old tree, about 100-year-old. And it's just sort of like it's sliced off completely and blown over. There's no sort of ripping and tearing. It's just cracked and across, and it's gone. So I'm a bit disappointed because I've sat under there many times in the summer and smoked my pipe, and just had a bit of reflection and contemplation and all that sort of shit. So I'm a bit disappointed really, but I'll make the most of it and burn it on the stove tomorrow. I'll go out and get some. You might be able to hear the geese. I've got loads of geese coming over for some reason. There's some lakes about half a mile down there. I've got loads of geese at the moment. I've had them for 2 months. Not at this time of night normally, but never mind. So what am I going to smoke? In a cob, paper filter. I'm going to smoke some Gawith Hoggarth and Co. American Caribbean coconut. Not my usual sort of thing, this, but I smoked it in the summer. I smoked quite a lot of it actually, and I really liked it. Pouch note is fantastic. It's probably one of the best I've got. It's got a sort of a God, it's like a coconutty Caribbean fruit, pineapples, mangoes, coconutty rum sort of. There's an alcohol. I don't know if it is rum. It's a bit thin for rum, but absolutely fantastic smell. It's got to be really. I don't smoke that many aeros. There's a few that I really like, but it's a good backy. It really is really nice smell, that. It does smoke a bit hot, and it's very, very gloopy and wet by my sort of, usual things. I've dried it out. I took it out of the thing. I've left it in this pipe shed, and it's probably a bit damp, to be honest. I'll be lighting it every 10 seconds, but I'll light it and I'll give you what I think about it. Great, that. Even as you're lighting it, it comes through. If you like that sort of Caribbean-y coconut taste, Caribbean-y, I've made that up, haven't I? A Caribbean coconut taste. Sorry, I've packed it a bit tight. As you can see, it's really smoky. I'm not sure why. There's no latakia in it. It's the absolute opposite. It's got a very sweet, it's a synthetic sweetness as well, but it's got a very sweet sort of coconut, sort of mango-y, pineapple-y sort of taste to it. Very heavily cased and topped. I sort of think there's some alcohol in there of some description as well. I'd like to think it was rum, because that goes with my sort of image of Caribbean. I love rum, like. It's probably my favourite sort of alcohol, really. Ah, it's really good, that. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's synthetic. There's not much baccy to taste, to be quite honest. I feel as if I'm smoking the topping and the casing, but you know, sometimes that's what you want, isn't it? I've been smoking a lot of Virginia-based baccies recently, and I got to the point, I think, tonight where I just thought, you know, bollocks of it, I've had enough. I want something different. As I said, I haven't tried it out, and it is pretty gloopy. But I wouldn't be trying to give it a go. If you like that sort of taste, go for it. In the summer, I used to sometimes when I used to sit out in the garden when it was hot. It's really nice, that. What I used to do is smoke it's American Caribbean coconut, a bit of Palace Gate sometimes, and I also used to smoke Ultimum, Gawith Hoggarth's Ultimum. Now, I find Ultimum tastes a lot like this without, but this has sort of that added Caribbean fruit and coconut. You know, it's much more heavily cased, this, and much more gloopy, but for me it definitely has that similar sort of taste, and it's nice, very nice. When you're in the mood for it, it's really good. So I'll put a lid on it there. What's happening? I've gone 7 minutes. I'm hoping next week. I've got some pipes on order. I just got outbid on a Morgan, one of those cigar briar things as well. I didn't want to pay much more than, it went for more than I was willing to pay for it, but I do quite fancy one of them. I might treat myself at Christmas. I don't know, we'll see. But I've got 3 pipes coming that I bought. They're not mega bucks. And I've never had them before. They're from, I think they're from some Polish maker. They're not Mr. Broggs. I can't remember who they are. Never mind, doesn't matter, I'll show you them when I get them. I'm going to leave one for Christmas. I really like the look of them. And they've got no filters in either, because I'm not particularly fond of filters. I don't mind 6mm filters, but I'm not keen on 9mm. I've got some little plastic converter things, I usually shove them in. There's only a few baccies that I've had that have usually sort of, I can't remember, there was one baccy I had, and I find it just tastes when you get a really sour baccy. Sometimes if I use a charcoal filter, a 9mm charcoal, it just takes that sort of soury edge off, or if it's really tangy, it takes that edge off. But I'll have to look back through the sort of vids that I've made to see which ones. Anyhow, I'm waffling now. That's the bottle of wine that's done it, and the few beers I had earlier on. So from the Northern Pipe Shed, enjoy your baccy.